We've got Professor Paul Zach with a little bit of intel, a little bit of immersion from the day.
So inquiring minds want to know, is this a great day or just a so-so day? So immersion is normalized to run from 0 to 100. Higher is better. 100 is the maximum. 82 is the best event I've ever seen.
Woo!
Give yourselves a hand. Now, why is it so high? That's the next question. So I'll show you the two highest. Next slide, please. The two highest ones. Oh, do I have to do that? There they are. Oh my God, I'm number one.
Well done.
How did that happen? Part of that is that relevance I talked about. When I was measuring myself, so it was really relevant to me when I was speaking, but hopefully also relevant to other people. So throw me out. Mimi Turner was number 2. Awesome day. Thank you guys so much. What a pleasure to be here. Oh, only 6 people were measured, so it's not really valid. It's just to show you how fun it is.
Thank you.
You
Fantastic.
need to talk to him about measuring your stuff. But this is come to the end now. God, can you believe it? It's like fucking
anything could happen.
And we're coming to the end, so we've got some tweets. We've called out. We've got some tweets. We've got some tweets that have come in. And I think our winners of the day are not these guys, but thank you very much. Our 2 winners of the 2 dressing gowns are Copy Claire at Bartle Beans and Human Hat Stand at Johnny Ego. You've got the world's most expensive dressing gowns coming to you very soon. Don't tell our finance director. And that's almost a wrap, Nudgestock. We've got some closing remarks. What were your best bits, Rory?
It's impossible to actually effectively narrow in on any one thing. But I think the one final thing I thought was that everything we saw today was effectively a restatement of that fact that when you sit down to solve a problem, as distinct from winning an argument, have no preconceptions as to how that problem is going to be solved. You know, no one would necessarily think prison violence, we need to get a dietitian in. I actually met in the audience today one of only 50 behavioural optometrists in the UK. Okay?
That's our messy moment there.
Which is an absolutely perfect moment. That actually, the first thing you can do is actually just reason backwards. We've got police in the audience, haven't we? That's because they're actually paying to attend, not because we obviously were expecting
we don't trust you.
Major crowd disobedience or rioting. But if you look at a criminal investigation, you kind of work backwards. You cover all the bases sensibly, but then you invest disproportionately more effort investigating alleys which just appear promising. But you don't start off with a preconception about how the crime is going to be solved, which is why I think the Sherlock Holmes quote is so apposite. And what I think we learned today was that there are actually hundreds of different ways we could solve problems. What tends to happen, by the way, in politics, I think, is that economists and lawyers have a monopoly on defining the problem, and unsurprisingly tend to define the problem in ways in which economics and law have a leading role to play. But actually, there are hundreds of other opportunities to solve problems obliquely and laterally, and we're just not exploring them enough.
Marmite, taking the lead out of petrol. I actually wooed my husband with that piece of knowledge that
about the lead
taking the lead out of petrol would reduce
the crime rate.
I mean, he literally fell in love with me because I knew that piece of information.
Worth knowing.
It's really interesting. Diesel.
Your best bit, Tara?
Nick in the ice bath. It's bloody cold. Put your finger in it. I mean,
I can't wait to get it.
Astonishing. But I think, yeah, vitamins for prisoners and better night's sleep. And God, haven't we learnt a lot today?
Yeah, my head is as fried as the screen is, I think, for very similar reasons. But my favourite moment
fans.
in Larby,
That's been the lesson of the day.
More
fans.
We knew we had Nudgestock fans, but we needed more, to be honest. We all want to say a massive thank you to the people that put today on. A huge round of applause piece to the team that put it on, and including the tech team, and as well Anna Cairns, who is the big brains behind Nudgestock.
She's the big end.
Coming on stage.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, our sponsors, who've helped keep our feed free for everyone at home all over the world. Thank you to all of them. Thank you for being here. What do you want to see next year? Tell us. We're really interested to hear. But I think that's it. I've thrown all my paper on the floor. We've got messy. Hopefully you're all feeling a little bit messier than you were when you came in this morning. Rory?
All that remains to be said is see you next year.